Hi y'all, my name's Kim Ahmed and I'm a garden educator. My students call me Farmer Kim. I'm program director of Grow Garden Grow. We're a nonprofit working to grow a healthier world, one school garden at a time, and this year your school will be working with us. A school garden is an amazing place for students to grow, and we'll be your guide to help you engage with your students in the garden. Listen in on a little background and start thinking about how you would like to use edible education with your students.
I like the farm because we get to feed chickens.
I like the farm because we get to see beautiful plants and animals. I like to plant stuff, and I like to share it with other people.
I like the farm because we can plant plants that make flowers.
I became a school garden teacher because I was really concerned about the environment and the health of kids in the United States. In Dallas County, there's 10-year-olds that have type 2 diabetes, which is a grown adult disorder based on the foods that you eat when you're a kid. So I was really concerned about that. So I started with that. The health of kids, the health of the environment, and of course we're studying academics because we're in school, so that's part of what we do too. All those things together create a really good garden program. So today I'm going to talk to you about building a school garden army. We are farmers! Is a connector in so many things that people do. So it's a really good place to start with the garden. Many kids can share their cultural backgrounds with food. You can learn the history about different foods and where they came from and how they came to be and how different cultures use that food. Food teaches you a lot about the health of yourself. If you're eating fresh fruits from the garden and fresh vegetables from the garden, that's going to be the best rainbow to eat versus Skittles. So I teach kids to eat a rainbow on their plate, but not a rainbow in their candy bag. But those kinds of things are really important because when kids learn them when they're young, they have a better opportunity to growing up to be healthier adults. What you kind of are who you are by the time you're 5 years old, really, and that includes the foods that you eat. So if you get used to eating chips and drinking sodas for breakfast, that's what you're going to do as an adult, and your health is going to suffer that. So I teach kids young at an early age that it's really, really important that they eat healthy every single day, every single meal, drink lots of water, because what you're doing is you're either building a healthy body or you're building an unhealthy body. So we work to grow healthier bodies. And it's sort of like you are what you eat. And if everybody's eating apples for a snack, then you're going to want it. So it's just kind of making garden foods popular and cool and groovy, and we all rally around that. Tell me.
I conquered my fear of eating a tomato.
Yay! Give her a cheer! Yay! Growing a garden gives your school garden army ample opportunities to try new and different foods that perhaps they would never have tried at home. Kids don't eat the recommended 8 to 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. And so it's a big shock to them that that's how many you're supposed to be eating. But when they learn about different foods, when they plant different foods, those seeds that they put in the ground can lead towards a new taste flavor of theirs that they love. It also can connect cultures. There's lots of different foods that are prepared in different ways. And so when you're at the table talking about food and bringing food to the table, it connects everybody because they can say, this is the way my mom cooks it, or I do this at home, or my favorite way to do this is that. And so kids learn from each other, and it provides opportunities to explore different foods, learn from others, and make some changes. And when you're celebrating healthy food and rallying around onions and garlic and carrots and potatoes, that's pretty cool. So getting kids to buy into that is really important to grow healthier kids and a healthier community.
I have the most food.
No, I do.
No, I do.
Look at this. Show. What? Wait one sec. I have a jackpot right now. Yeah, I think people are going to be more happy to find Ethan.
This is an ultimate jackpot, Marshall.
Your school garden army can accomplish many learning objectives while they're at the garden, whether it be math, science, social studies, history, art, language arts, or social skills. Lots of things can come from the dirt and the soil and the plants and the animals and each other. Teachers don't have enough time to teach all the curriculum that they're required to teach, but in a garden, you can cross-connect your curriculum and connect many different activities all into one thing. With a little bit of planning, the learning can go a long, long way and accomplish many things. Plus, it's really fun. The kids enjoy it. The kids remember it. It's hands-on. It's in nature. They're breathing fresh air. They're making their academics make sense because it's in the real world setting, and that learning is what's going to stick. Those are the things they're going to remember. So teaching math, the perimeter and the area of a garden, how long it takes for seeds to germinate, the success rate in your germination, finding percentages, decimals, fractions, all those things that are really kind of obscure learning can connect very closely in nature, and the kids will understand it. You can teach erosion to kindergartners, even though it's a fourth grade skill, and they understand it when it's washing away the soil that is where the tree roots are. They get it, they understand it, and the natural world is the best teacher that we have, and it's free, and it's out there for everybody.
I'll find you, Anisha. Hey, Mr. Word, calm down. Oh, there's a huge one. What's this? Oh, that's a potato. Whoops. I didn't know that was a potato. What's this? It's like
Lots of project-based learning happens in the garden. Planting, harvesting, caring for the plants, learning about perhaps the rainwater catchment systems, drainage. Erosion's a problem in a lot of gardens. How do we prevent that? How do we do that? And so lots of things in the garden arise through the kids. And they'll go, well, what if? And we'll just say, well, let's try it. Let's see. Mistakes are made all the time. And we celebrate mistakes because it's opportunities to learn, it's opportunities to grow, and it's opportunities to find new ways and better ways of doing things. Your school garden army is the workforce of your garden. If you have 500 kids and they have an attention span of 5 minutes, that's a lot of time that you can get mulch moved, you can get weeds pulled, you can get things mulched and watered and planted. And so using the kids, and it's okay if they mess up. They're going to make mistakes. It's fine. Let them do it. It's not going to be the arboretum. A school garden is not the most beautiful thing year round. There's beauty in it, but sometimes it doesn't look quite great. But that's okay because it's a process. It's a project-based, real-world laboratory for kids. We've had kids take a whole handful of carrot seed and dump them in one place. Well, you're going to get carrot tops, but you're not going to get the pretty carrots. So let it grow. Figure out what happened, what went wrong, what you could do different. It's a really important learning process for kids. It's how I learned to garden. I made tons of mistakes. And you just try. And the more you try, the more you see what you did right, what you did wrong, how to self-correct, how to do it different next time. And then a pest comes in and it throws everything out. So it's a real opportunity for authentic learning that can really help kids be better problem solvers, help them deal with failure because we don't always get the carrot trophy at the end. And it just helps them be proud of what their work and their success and what they do in the garden.
Grow, grow, garden, grow, grow, garden, grow, grow, garden, grow.
the environment is really important to all of us, and we're learning more and more about the damages that have been done. When I grew up, the environment was beautiful, carefree, and there wasn't a world of worry. Today, there's lots of worry in kids' minds, and they worry about plastics. They worry about pollution in the air and the water, and there's lots to be alarmed about. These kids are growing up with a world that we didn't preserve and take care of. And so the kids are very, very aware of environmental issues. They're very, very hopeful about creating change. And I really think that when you teach kids younger, that they'll grow up respecting things more than what we did. If they're actually out in a garden, actually doing work in the soil and connecting to the animals and the cycles and all that's out in nature, then they're going to respect it. They're going to be less likely to litter. They're going to be more mindful to turn lights off and turn the water off when you're brushing your teeth, and just being more conservation minded. The garden leads to that, and we all have to do our part, but it's really important to teach the kids how to do this, because they're going to be the keepers of the earth. They're going to be the ones that create change.
Enjoy, guys.
You should throw them now and say, well, we shouldn't.
Very
Community counts. Every school has a community that can help in different ways. And so reaching out to your community, the members of your PTA, the businesses that are nearby, the organizations like the Scouts and the high school students that need service hours, and the service leagues and organizations. Every single school has people that can help with their garden, and each school looks a little bit different based on what their community can support. So it's really important to utilize your community, to ask for help, to ask for donations, and you never know. There's parents that may not be really responsive to sitting in a PTA meeting, but they might be experts at gardens, or maybe they have seeds that were passed on by their parents, or they're from another culture or country, and they can bring in amazing lessons for your students and for yourself. So always use your community and get them involved, because the more they're involved, the more there's buy-in and there's more built-in community within your garden program.
Jokes on a farm, because the potatoes have eyes, the corns have ears, and the beans stalk.
1, 2, 3.
I hope you enjoyed that little introduction, and stay tuned for opportunities to get your students out in the garden. I can't wait to meet y'all and work with you. And if you ever have any questions or need any help, please reach out. I'm always there for y'all. Happy gardening.